So I'm sitting down with Barb today. Barb is a one-on-one client. We just wrapped up our time together, and you were just such an amazing entrepreneur to work with, Barb. So first off, could you share a little bit about who you are and just give the person watching a bit of an overview of what your business is?
Yeah, for sure. So, yes, I'm Barb Handy, and I am a holistic nutritionist by trade. And I specialize in digestive disorders. And am on the online world. I have online courses and also now have relaunched my one-on-one practice after working with Kelsey, after working with you. And so that's where I'm at right now. Yeah.
Hmm. What did your business like? What was going on, say, the 6 to 12 months leading up to us working together? And what prompted you to hire a business and marketing coach and seek my support?
Yeah, so I was kind of getting to a point where I launched my very first online course because I wanted to get away from the one-on-one model. And the launch went very successfully, but then the longevity of that, when I got it into a funnel, I hit a wall and I kept trying to work at it. I hired another marketing coach. I've done some online courses and nothing was working. And it really was like I knew that I needed a very specific person, a very specific type of coach, but I just wasn't finding that person. And I reached out to one of the students that I worked with in one of the online courses programs that I also took, and she recommended you to me. And so when we had our first meeting together, it was like I knew already that I knew how to build a program. I knew how to build a course. I knew how to do all the things to put a business together and get it going, but I just did not know how to market, how to sell it properly. Was I saying or doing the right things? And I felt like I was really that at that point struggling my business, thinking that there's no real way to make money as a nutritionist online with, helping people with gut stuff. So yeah, it was that's how I realized I really needed to work with you, but also was really helpful that you also have a background in holistic nutrition and you took a similar program to me. So that was a definite one for me that was important because I was like, okay, not only does she know how to market, but she understands where I'm coming from. And that was definitely something that a key component that was missing with other people I was looking for. And then also coming from a background of marketing, but in the health space, like it just felt like everything was being checked off. It's like, okay, you get where I'm coming from, you understand my audience and the people that I'm working with. And it just knew, I just felt like, yeah, this is the one for me. This is what I need to do. And some of it was literally just putting it kind of out there and just like, letting the universe kind of take over because you don't really know what's going to happen anytime you take a chance in your business to hire somebody and to, make your business better.
Mm. And so, one of the first things that we did when you and I started working together was we actually restructured your offers and we kind of looked at the foundation of your business and shook it up a little bit and decided to launch something that you had previously kind of put on the back burner. Can you just share some of the results and what ended up unfolding from that restructuring of your business offers?
Yeah, for sure. So I was like, really just, I want to sell passively online course. Like I spent money and time and investment in that. And I was very determined that I was going to launch my second course. That was just going to be really awesome. And I need to figure out like, how do I relaunch this first course to make it work? Because I really just did not want to work on the one-on-one space. And I've been doing it on and off for so many years, but it'd be like, people would come and find me. They would find me online and go, hey, I like what you're saying. I need your help. Can you help me? And then I just kind of be like, yes or no, depending on how I felt about that person or did I feel like really doing it? And so there was a lot of resistance. And it was until you said to me, like, have you considered a one-on-one? And I said, yes, but I don't want to do it. And I had this like such a resistance to it. But you said like, okay, this is a really profitable space to be in one-on-one. And, you should really think about it. And when we got off that call, it was like everything just shifted going, okay, maybe I really need to listen to her and like really figure out, first of all, what's holding me back from doing one-on-one? Why am I so resistant to it? And why do I want the online course to work so badly? And I think that in having that, and I was not like, I was a little afraid when we made that switch too. Like I was very nervous, like, is this the right thing to do? But I was like, you know what? I don't have any experience as to how to build and launch the one-on-one. I know how to do the course. So I thought, okay, worst case scenario, I'm going to learn how to launch a one-on-one, even if it doesn't work out the way that I imagine. And we went through the whole process. And I think the biggest thing for me was that I actually had a plan, like a strategy, not just, oh, I'm going to work one-on-one with clients and here's my package options, or just, I had an a la carte before where it's like, here's the price for the first one and here's your follow-up prices, but no real strategy to how to market it, how to get it out there, how to, I didn't have a proper website. Like it just didn't feel like this professional package. And by the end of it, we had this package that was like, oh, wow, this feels like a proper business now. And yeah, so when we launched it, I was like, I was shocked at how effortless it became once it was out there in social media, and how many people were signing up for applications, and then how easy it was that people were actually going, yes, I want to work with you. And it really made me realize that I already kind of knew that people wanted this one-on-one model because people were asking me, but I was so resistant. But once I let go of the resistance and was just like, okay, let's see what happens, that launch period that we had, it was effortless. And, I thought like, okay, I'd be happy if only I got 4 new clients, and I ended up getting a total of 9 and, making $20,000, which it was just like, I was just like, well, what just happened? So it really, I think just made, and I think that was part of my resistance to the one-on-one as well, was perhaps that, the effort that I put into those one-on-ones, I don't feel like I was really necessarily getting paid what I felt I should. And that's one thing you said to me was like, you need to jack your prices up. You're not charging enough. And now that I feel like I'm being, I'm charging what I'm worth, people are seeing the value of that, I feel less resistance and less of that like negative feeling of dealing with the one-on-one and the interactions.
Absolutely. And it's so true, because I think the tendency is to want to eliminate all one-on-ones, but when we can bring them back in and ensure we are charging the right price so that when we have a one-on-one client, we feel like we're being valued, like they're getting a good deal. It can be a game changer. And I always say to clients, like, look for the low-hanging fruit in your business. If everybody's coming into your store saying, I love your restaurant, but do you have gluten-free options? I love your restaurant. Do you have gluten-free? And you just tune them out for like 5 years, you are losing all these customers because we're not listening to the demand. And I think that that's kind of what you really realize, is that you had a lot of people saying like, I kind of would just want to work with you privately. But of course, there's that resistance and that time exchange, but it ended up being such an incredible move, and obviously a very lucrative decision for you. So what would you say to someone who's on the fence about investing in help, whether that's hiring someone, investing in consulting or coaching, based on your own experience at this point?
Oh, I think it's absolutely necessary at some point in your business. If you are not an expert at something, like I knew I just did not know marketing and sales well enough. I always knew that was my weakness. And so I would just say that you have to hire out for that thing that you're not good at, and you can, if you can find the money, like you can figure out a way to do it, it's going to pay out in the end. And the other thing is too, is sometimes you just have to try and you might fail. Like this is my 3rd or 4th round trying to find somebody that was the right fit. So it took a while and some mistakes and some regrets, but it was part of that learning process and making connections with people. And, and that's what led me to you. It's like, in order for me to meet you, I had to meet someone who's working with you that I had to meet in the online program that wasn't working for me. So, I think that yes, investing in your business has to happen. And if you're hitting a wall, and you're just like spinning your wheels, like I was spinning my wheels and nothing was changing, that's a sign that you got to do something different, and you cannot be the jack of all trades in your business. You can't possibly do and be and know everything. Yeah.
Mm. Well, thank you for sharing, Barb, and we wish
Yeah.
you all of the best.
Thank you.